Hey.
Hello there. I could not help but notice you have been carrying an iron branch for 50 minutes. Is this your first match ?
Yes.
Let me help you. Try putting it on the ground.
Oh wow. What now?
Hang yourself.
Oh god, where do I begin? Remember how way back I made that carry Wisp guide that was insane and absolutely not how you should play Wisp? Wisp is a support. Yeah, about that. That carry guide looks insanely tame compared to the default state of IO in 707. Obviously I'm talking specifically about IO's fancy new level 15 and level 20 talents. In case you didn't know, at level 15, Tether grants the target their AGS upgrade, regardless of if they have AGS or not already. In fact, you as Wisp don't even need to have an AGS. And it is broken! So broken in fact that it's really hard to fathom. There are so many interactions and exploits that are in the game that someone could find and abuse right now. It's sort of scary. In fact, I know of one. And it's weird because I want to tell you, but as soon as I do, it'll clearly be patched out. It's clearly not intended. It's sort of scary. Level 20's talents just exacerbate things. Level 20 makes Wisp send an auto attack every time his tethered unit attacks, so let's tackle that first, right? You know how Wisp has an ability that exchanges health and mana for a massive amount of attack speed on his ally and himself? Yeah, you know how that's already a thing? You know how Overcharge gives both people involved in the equation attack speed? IO was already great, and now he can do stupid things like these clips behind you because you get more attack speed, pretty much. Honestly, it's so easy to just cheese your way through a backdoor regen piercing push. Just imagine someone finds a build that balances the support IO's need for HP and mana regen as well as just raw and brutal damage, something like a soul ring and an armlet. Ditch Mask of Madness and Moonshard and all that, there's absolutely no need for any of that waste anymore. Way back in the day, Wisp was lovingly referred to as a glorified 7th item slot for heroes like CK and Tiny. Now it's the other way around. Any hero in the game that has an attack speed steroid is now an immediate 6 moon shards that don't even occupy 1 item slot on Wisp. Here's a truncated list of heroes with innate attack speed bonuses. Alchemist, Wind Ranger, Clinks, Ursa, Lena, Huskar. Here's a list of heroes who throw multiple attacks in one spell. Pangolia, Ember Spirit, Ricky, Weaver, Monkey King, with his Q, not with his ult. If it was with his ult, that'd be too much. Dude, you can even tether to Gyrocopter, Medusa, and Drow to get their respective split shots. This shit is broken, dude. It might not seem like it yet, but that's just because nobody's really gotten to the bottom of the strat, you know? Even I haven't. It's just far too daunting. Basically just stack damage and then get your attack speed maxed by simply tethering to one of those guys. But yes, it does require level 20. We gotta address that. You can't really build a legitimate guide around depending on getting to level 20. I understand that. Level 15, however, is a bit more manageable. Oh god. Did you know there are 96 different heroes with AGS upgrades? There's in fact only a few that don't have them. And of those 96 that do, each and every single one of them is a coin flip on if it works or not. Valve's fixing them one by one as the bugs start popping up, and so far it sort of seems like all of those 96 are completely intended. Let me remind you, some AGS upgrades straight up just give you new abilities, and they work. I haven't tested all 96 of them out, but I know for a fact that a temporary tether on Treant Protector will grant him a temporary use of Eyes in the Forest, but the Eye in the Forest, the enchanted tree thing, stays forever. Dude. At level 15 on Wisp, a Treant with absolutely no farm at all can completely ward the enemy jungle and just steal their farm. What's even stupider is that Shadowfiend's passive ability to gain 46 souls stays on him with just a millisecond's worth of tether. The only one that this absolutely shouldn't work on, and probably won't ever, is Meepo with his extra copy, and that's, you know, understandable. It's for the best, eh? But everything else is on the table. You know what's really fun? Drow Ranger's split shot ability is from an Ags, but Drow doesn't naturally build Ags in her average game. It's a bit too out there from what she wants, durability and agility. But Wisp can and probably should be tethering to that Drow in every team fight. Without even doing anything different, you've enabled Drow to have split shot, as well as also gaining her split shot on yourself. The best heroes to do this on are heroes who just drop their ult and then carry on with their business. Ancient Apparition, chucking out Ice Blast at the start of the fight. Doom, Jakiro, Luna, Sven could be interesting. Unfortunately, Techies and his invisible mines under Minefield Sign actually become visible again after the tether ends. I say unfortunately, but actually I'm very, very glad that that at least doesn't work. In fact, the only hero I wouldn't pair up with Io is Monkey King, for different reasons entirely.
I'll go where the action is. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes. Oh my god!
Luckily, Morphling doesn't copy over talents when he morphs into you. If he did, he could crash a game like this. A neat trick that doesn't even really involve too much insanity is simply being the lifesteal carrier of the team. Anyone you tether to will innately get 150% of the 15 lifesteal you're doing, because obviously you're checking out auto attacks. You can even stack Morbid with Satanic, with Vlads, and have a comfortable 200% lifesteal, which then becomes 300% on your tethered target. And yet again, it frees up an item slot for your carry. And of course, it wouldn't be an only way to play IO discussion if I didn't sing the praises of Helm of the Dominator, you know? Yeah. I didn't forget my old buddy Ghost the Ghost. With Helm of Dominator and tethering to my little friend, you all of a sudden effectively just triple your attack speed. Because, as I keep saying over and over again, Ghost has a base attack time of 1.0. He attacks pretty fast. He attacks very fast with overcharge on him. And, for some reason, the level 20 attack tether talent even works on creeps. So not only are you amping the little guy's attack speed, as well as your own, you're also, you're amping your own, but like, more. Man, sometimes I worry about running out of guides to do, you know, until a change like Wisps comes along and I realize how much I'm constantly going to have things to talk about. A new only way to play Wisp will be coming soon. I still recommend 4-star over Blink, but let's just skip over that little tidbit. There's this crazy new strat out there nowadays that might just disrupt the metagame as we know it, and it involves doing something very, very bad. Not bad as in naughty or anything, just game losing bad. In 707, each and every single tower has a hiding spot near it in the trees where Diabolic Edict can still reach it. The great thing about Diabolic Edict is that you don't even get the announcer telling you the tower's even taking damage. It's weird. Even backdoor regen doesn't kick in if you just Edict a tower without hitting it. You can literally completely, undetectedly demolish every single tower in the game. Except for the fact, I could clearly see you doing it, dude. You're pushing a tower that I'm actively trying to stay near. I'm gonna notice the dozens of purpley pinky flashing particles at the base of the tower, you know? I'm clearly going to realize you're there, dude. And then I'm going to kill you. So I guess what I'm saying is, definitely don't do this. I'm told Lich has been severely nerfed by all the changes to the formula involving denies and how much XP they give or don't give. Unfortunately, I'm not smart enough to have ever really understood all of those numbers beforehand anyway, so I don't even really notice the change. What's crazy is that the damage talent we built around is now picked up at level 15, which is a bit more reasonable, eh? What's more is that it seems that there's been this undocumented change to Chain Frost. Remember that open AI thing that was shown at TI and then never talked about again? Turns out, it's actually been added to the game already, but not on Shadow Fiend. It's actually deeply embedded into the code of Chain Frost. Fancy that, eh? Chain Frost has now got a learning AI woven into it that no longer causes it to bounce randomly anymore. It in fact studies your play patterns and learns which target you want it to bounce to, and then immediately bounces to everything that isn't that. I mean, that has to be the case, right? How else do you explain how I keep fucking it up all the time? We're doing it, boys and girls. We're having a positive impact in the game of Dota 2. Every now and again I check Dota to see the trends of Medusa pickers at the top tiers to see what they're building, you know? I do that with a few of my favorite heroes. And every time on Medusa, I see less and less Lincolns and Mantas. And more Mask of Madnesses. And it makes me very happy. In fact, all this time we've been watching CCNC play with that exact item. I would have shown you a more recent game, but he has a tendency to destroy his items, so it makes looking at the replays a bit more challenging in finding if he builds Mask of Madness in that game, because obviously by the end of it, it's not showing he has a Mask of Madness anymore. But other than that, Stone Gaze has gone from a nearly completely ignorable spell to one of the most frustrating to play against in the game, and I'm not implying that Valve are lazy or anything, but the new sound effect they've implemented for it sort of makes me laugh. Because it's just her old scream. Looped. Stone Gaze now continuously applies and reapplies Stone Gaze. Medusa's talents, however, are a weird other story. 25 damage at level 10 is pretty standard, 30 attack speed. But then you get this one. 800 mana, or 2.5 seconds extra Stone Gaze. It doesn't make a petrified target stun for 5.5 seconds rather than 3 seconds. It's literally only the duration of Stone Gaze. Do we take that, or 800 mana? Yeah. If you need a hint, Dirtbuff says the latter has a 4.8% increase in win rate over the former. That's a massive jump, but not as big as a level 25. Split Shot now finally applies modifiers, meaning that you can lifesteal 4 times, Skadi 4 times, proc Miona 4 times more. Honestly, the possibilities are crazy, and Medusa, by virtue of being who she is probably gonna get to level 25 in her games. Catch me in the next episode where I'll try to wrap all this up. We've still got to talk about heroes such as Tidehunter, Nyx, Visage, Weaver, Zeus, and Wraith King.